The purpose of this video is to demonstrate one of the two analyses done by Lloyd's Q-sort tool, namely the Are You Like Me analysis. This analysis will create a correlation matrix showing the relationship between each person's Q-sort responses, including those pairs which show a statistically significant relationship or correlation. A separate video demonstrates the more general analysis for each of the Q-sort statements. I will be using the instructor version of the app, but students who have completed a Q-sort can also view the very same analysis by going up here to the right-hand corner where it says View the Q-sorts you've already completed, and then you simply would click on one of the Q-sorts you have completed, and that shows you your sort of the statements. But then if you would click down here on check out the other responses to this Q-sort, it will take you to the analyses. What I'm going to do though is exit and go to this analysis using the instructor mode that is available in the instructor version of the app. By turning on the instructor mode, any instructor can analyze a Q-sort without having to actually do the Q-sort themselves. So I will click to analyze a Q-sort and type in the code to the Q-sort. In this case, ice cream. And this is exactly the same screen that the student would arrive on as well. There is one difference here. Only the instructor will get to see the name key that would show the username as well as the public name in order for the instructor to be able to determine if a particular student actually did complete the Q-sort. So let's go and check out the Who is Like Me results. As you can see, all of the people who completed this Q-sort are shown, and they're shown originally in the order of their scores from low to high. So you see a score here of 2236 all the way down to 3388. And I'm not going to get into the formula for this, but basically the lower the score, the more alike that person's Q-sort responses were in general to the entire group. Of course, I can also sort these alphabetically, so it just depends on which is more convenient. So let me go ahead and click on my Q-sort for this particular ice cream example. And what it shows is it puts my name at the very top, and then all the other people who completed the Q-sort, their name is also shown, but it's shown in the order of the relationship between my Q-sort and theirs from high to low. So you can see a 0.8 all the way down to a negative 0.55. Now you might notice that there are 3 asterisks after many of these people, including this person down here. Well, this means that those correlations actually went beyond the threshold or the critical value of 0.45, which means statistically there is a correlation between myself and all these individuals. The ones up here that you see, I have a positive correlation, which means I have something in common with them in the sense that we have very similar Q-sorts. Basically those kinds of ice creams that I rated fairly high, they also rated fairly high. Those I rated low, they also rated low. In contrast with this person, it's a significant correlation, but it's in the opposite direction. Those ice creams I sorted high in general, this person sorted low, and vice versa. So what I have here then is a way for me perhaps to sort out the group in such a way that perhaps I would like to have this particular group get together and have a conversation about who are they, what would determine or how would they describe themselves. And I would recommend that you give them opportunities to have that discussion, maybe come up with a label for themselves. So perhaps they are the chocoholics of the group, or maybe they're the ones who anything but nuts, or maybe they really like caramel and something else. So whatever the case may be, and again we're using ice cream here as a proxy for a more important topic, we'd like those people to get together to have a conversation. Now the interesting thing is as I look at different people, you can see here Zachary 0.08. If I click on Zachary's name, we're going to have, I'm obviously going to be in there as a person who's has a significant relationship with Zachary, but there may be a different group of people. So it gets a little complicated. There's not a pure overlap between any one person and everyone else. There's going to be differences. So what you might do, if I go back to my name, I might only have a conversation with perhaps those first two or the first three for a smaller group. And then maybe starting with the next person, May here, I might click on that person and see who is left that has not yet been assigned. Now, it's going to be imperfect. You're going to have some people who are going to be somewhat left out. In fact, as I go down the list here, you're going to see that some people, there is no positive correlation as I go down. So what you could do as you go down the list here, those people who do not have a significant correlation, well, they could ask themselves, how would I describe my own particular sort? Or you might get them to go to the person who is nearest them in their relationship. The whole point of this is to have some basis, some validity for why you would like some groups to get together to have a conversation. And again, going back to my example, I might have a very interesting conversation with this person in order to determine, boy, how are we different? What is it that's really distinguishing our Q sort for this particular topic? So in conclusion, I think the "Are you like me" analysis provides a very good basis for getting small groups, either in pairs or threes and fours, to get together to have a conversation to try to get at why we have the relationships that we do. So to exit this, we can hit the exit button. I can also go to the other analysis that is shown in another video from this particular location. I'll just hit the exit to go back to the main screen.